Good morning, fellow woodworkers, welcome back to another video. I haven't done any kind of tool review in quite a while. I think the last one was on the Metabo DH330 planner, which is right there in the background. Don't know if you can see it. But yesterday something very cool arrived, which I need to use for this project that you can see here. More details on that later. What I got here is the Arbortech mini carver plus the mini turbo kit. I'm not familiar with wood carving yet, and I wanted to start everything off very slowly. I didn't want to get myself the big carving device by Arbortech because I'm not yet very familiar with using angle grinders and the like, and a bit afraid because I have seen a lot of injuries happening online and also one in real life with an angle grinder, and I want to start off slowly with a very small machine. But for my purposes it's already going to be more than enough, I suppose. Before we can get started, we are going to unbox this whole thing. I already unboxed it a tiny little bit yesterday, but I want to show you the spicy ingredients which make up this very nice device. And after that I need to practice carving before getting to the real deal. And yeah, I hope you're going to enjoy the review video, and I hope it's going to be helpful. But first, let's unbox this one. So it comes in a very nice suitcase. I was actually surprised by how good it looks. It also says Arbortech, very high quality. And here it is. We got a manual, but we all know that no one needs manuals. So we are going to take that somewhere else. And this right here is the mini turbo kit, and this is the main angle grinder. And the angle grinder came attached with a regular carving plate, which is somewhere here, I suppose. This right here is the regular carving blade. It has two plates and it's going to spin with a max RPM of 20k. Other than that, we also got a small standing disc coming with it. There's also one included in the mini turbo kit, which is actually flexible, which makes working with live edge very nice, and I think way more comfortable than with any kind of random orbital out there. Other than that, there's also this part, this handle that you can screw in from either side, which is going to make handling the carving device way more comfortable, and you also get a better grip such that you don't hurt yourself. I think since I'm a right-hander I need to switch it around because the blade is going to basically grab on here such that I can start carving like this. But yeah, other than that, those were the first main things. I also got a few sanding discs coming with it, and also this part right here that I can put onto the suitcase such that I can carry it around at my shoulder. And here's the mini turbo kit. The mini turbo kit comes with the mini turbo, as the name might suggest. It's once again just a simple carving device, but with the huge advantage that you can cut curves very nicely. You can also hollow out things, so you can create things like bowls with it. And also it's going to be attached with a distance to the angle grinder, meaning you can get into vases and the like too. This way I can, for example, if I don't want to turn something on my lathe, like a vase where I can get deep into because I don't have the right hand tool at hand, I can start using the mini turbo to carve things out. That's a huge advantage. And also in the mini turbo kit there came a few more standing discs and also another one of these flexible ones. In my opinion, this one is even more flexible than the other one. It has a wider disc basically of flexible rubber attached to it, and a few more sanding discs and the like. Yeah, and that's basically everything that came with the package. Now that we've got a better overview, we can start carving a tiny little bit. As mentioned before, I don't want to get to the real deal before trying it out on a test piece. I still have a lot of stuff lying around. Also a piece of live edge, which actually was the part which has been cut off from here. More details on that in a second, which I'm going to use for practice purposes. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that, and I hope I'm going to get the results that I actually want. Also, I can start sanding very nicely with this sanding pad on the live edge and can start basically shaping it a tiny little bit more. Let us take a look at this project, and then I'm going to tell you why I need to recarve this a tiny little bit. Now, as you can see here, this is obviously a tabletop for a client, and this live edge is nicely preserved. I already removed the bark using my drawing knife. But on the other side, There's still a live edge, which is pretty roughed up on these parts, especially here, and here seems like something broke off. But if we go over here, the live edge has been removed. Reason for that was because I couldn't put this whole slab into my car, so we had to cut this part off with a chainsaw such that I can barely fit it into my car, which is kind of a bummer, but the client is okay with me basically reliving the live edge a tiny little bit using a carving device. And this is the whole reason why I needed to get myself this carving device by Arbortech in the first place. And that's enough talking. Let's make some wood dust, shall we? So I noticed a few things. On the one hand, you can very easily use it like an angle grinder, obviously, to cut straight paths, which works like an absolute charm. Also, you can start grinding very nicely like this and take off just a tiny little bit of stock one at a time, which is the perfect operation for my purposes. But then we got also those moves where you're going to grind right into the wood. Obviously, since we have this turning direction, it's always trying to push myself away with the angle grinder from the stock, meaning if I want to basically grind out something like this, as in a bowl or spoon, I always need to apply a lot of pressure to the back, basically. I always need to pull it back such that it won't get dragged forward. Let me demonstrate it real quick. You have probably seen it. If I don't apply any kind of pressure to the back, it's going to drag myself forwards and I'm going to get these parts basically ripped out. So you always need to handle this one right here with a lot of care and a lot of strength, such that you don't mess things up. But other than that, it's very easy to handle. I'm not the least bit afraid of this thing, not like with a regular angle grinder. So yeah, this works out nicely. Let's take the live edge from this piece, which I have as a spare piece lying around, and let's try to shape this a tiny little bit. Not even too bad, I like that. I mean, obviously it's not a natural live edge as you would find on a tree, but I think it gets the point across, considering that the live edge is going to be on the bottom side. I still need to learn how to basically make it less rough, but other than that I'm pretty satisfied with the flow of the machine and everything. Let us try out the mini turbo, shall we? Oh, that is way better. I'm getting the feel for it. So this has been with the regular one, and this right here is with the mini turbo, and the surface is pretty smooth. It's not like a landscape, it's way smoother. And also you need to press way more into the wood, so you have a way greater feel. than on the regular disc. That is amazing, that is really cool. Now I'm going to try the standing disc, and then I already feel pretty comfortable trying it out on the real thing. Wow, that is lathe-like performance. The sanding is so ridiculously quick, and I really need to wear a respirator. But the surface is already so smooth, and this was only an 80 grit. That is ridiculous, that is so damn cool. So after doing this for a few minutes, I know two things by now. First thing, it's extremely exhausting. I notice it here. It's such a weird motion. It's seriously exhausting. The other thing is that it works out like a charm, and I'm really satisfied with how it worked out. Brush shaping is done, and now all that's really left to do is to sand. Yeah, this is seriously cool. I like this thing. That is amazing. Most of the time I'm rather critical with myself, but this turned out nice. I seriously can't complain. If you wouldn't know better, you would think it's a live edge. Sure, nature is the best former of live edge there is, obviously, but this is pretty damn nice. If I would just feel under the table and wouldn't know it has been carved, I wouldn't know. I would feel, yeah, this is good. That's a nice live edge. Pretty satisfied. Gotta send this up to a higher grid next, and then we're already done with one side. Nice. I think on this side it's a bit more apparent that it's power carved, but nevertheless I think that it looks pretty cool and adds a lot of character to the piece. Yeah, now I'm going to power carve sand it up to 320 grit. I got a bunch of sanding discs here, and then we are basically on the finish line. So, what is there to say about the Arbortech mini carver? I think this little one really speaks for itself. It has a tremendous amount of power coming with it for its size. It's a great introductory angle grinder for people like me who have a huge respect for just angle grinders in general and just want to get into the game and how to handle machines like these, power tools. Other than that, The results are amazing. I think I was really able to get the live edge on the table in a very lively and natural manner. It was very easy to do so, and the sanding was a lot of fun. It was very quick, the sanding experience, and just the result in itself was absolutely fantastic, and I really liked how everything turned out. Also, I'm very glad that I purchased the turbo kit. It was really nice to basically shape those curves and the live edge to my liking in a manner such that it wasn't too aggressive. It was just a very pleasant experience overall. Also, I was using it for the past couple of days, and on the first day I received it, I also tried to carve something free-handedly. This right here is a bit of pear tree, and I turned it into a shroom, and I think it looks pretty good. It turned out very nicely, and I created this only with the turbo kit attachment and also the regular sanding disc and also the grinding disc. I think this right here is definitely well worth its money, and I'm going to use it further on in the next few projects and also in the next few years, I hope so. Also because I was so satisfied with this machine, I also bought the bigger angle grinder in wood cover, not the mini version, but the regular version. I can't wait for this one and also the other turbo kits and the like. And I hope you did enjoy what you have seen today. If you did, why not make sure to subscribe to the channel for more tool reviews and also DIY projects. And up until the next video, I think I wish you guys a flammable day. Also don't forget to check out stemmerch.eu for handcrafted products like this room. And up until the next video, I wish you guys a flammable day, this time for real. Ciao!